Welcome to ACCQ Continuing Professional Education. I'd like to welcome all you, mga accounting students dyan. No? So ngayon, tama itong itong particular video natin is about financial accounting, no? Particularly financial accounting part 2. So kung paano pag-solve ng mga problems involving yung mga sa liabilities, no? Particularly in current liabilities. And I will show you kung paano pag-analyze and yung approach. So, without much ado, no, wala na tayong masyadong pasakali, puntahan natin itong case number 1 or problem number 1. No? Now, before approaching yung problem itself, no, basahin muna natin yung requirement. So, the requirement here is compute the total current liabilities on December 31, 2019. So, kasi kailangan malaman muna yung requirement o yung hinahanap bago natin basahin lahat para hindi tayo masyado ma-overwhelm. No? Okay, so that's one secret. On December 31, 2019, Winston Company provided the following information. Okay, so let's take up number 1. Sabi rito, accounts payable including deposits and advances from customers of 250,000. So this is for 1,250,000. Now, itong amount na to na 1,250,000 kasama na diyan yung advances sa customers, which is not accounts payable, no? Because this one, kumbaga parang in advance parang in advance sa'yo ng customer mo yon, no? Hindi ito yung whereas yung accounts payable, ito yung utang mo sa supplier or ikaw yung nagmamay utang nito. This one, yung deposit in advance, although it's part of the current liabilities, pero hindi siya dapat kasama dito sa accounts payable. So ilagay na natin dito, no? So this is a solution. So habang pa lang, kung kaya mo na maglagay yung solution, so ilagay mo na, no? Total isa-isa lang natin yan. So, lagay natin dito, accounts payable. Accounts payable. So, this is for 1,250,000 less 250. Lagay natin dyan. 1,250,000 less 250,000. That would give you a total accounts payable of 1 million. Yan. Tapos, ilagay natin dito in a separate caption yung deposits and advances from customers. Deposits and advances. Advances. Sige, lagyan na natin yung buo. Advances from customers. Okay, so the amount there is, kinuha natin, yung 250. Now, the next one, notes payable including note payable to bank due on December 31, 2021. So medyo matagal-tagal pa yun. It's beyond 1 year. So if it's beyond 1 year, then it's not part of the current liabilities. So ibabawas natin yun, no? Okay, dito sa notes payable. So lagay natin dito notes payable. Okay, so yung magjuju lang para sa ngayong isang taon. Since we're doing yung sa December 31, 2019, okay, so tatanggalin natin yung magjuju sa December 31, 2021 na 500,000. So ang next notes payable lang niya, current portion, the current portion is, okay, so this is 1 million pesos. So tinanggal natin yung tinanggal lang natin yung 500,000 out of the 1,500,000 na notes payable. Okay. And then next is yung share dividend payable. Now, yung share dividend payable, na it's a share, hindi naman siya cash dividend. It's not even cash dividend. So this would be classified under equity. Hindi kasama yan. So, yan natin X. Credit balance in customer's account, no? So that is also part of the liability. Ano ba itong credit balance? Credit balances in customer's account. Na alam mo, maraming ano rito, ito yung ano, actually itong credit balance in accounts customer's account, ito yung mga nag-overdraft, yung bang ano, yung cash nila nagne-negative. No, so or yung ano nila, or yung sobrang ano, I should say yung ano pala, yung customer, no, yung bang nasosobrahan yung pag-remit ng customer, yung sa AR, no, kaya malaki yung ano, yung credit balance kasi normally yung the normal balance of accounts receivable or the customer's account is debit kasi accounts receivable because this is part of the asset, di ba? Remember yung ating accounting equation, no? A is equal to L plus E. So if you want to check out some of the videos dito sa accounting, no, there's a link somewhere I placed here. Even yung mga past lessons, yung mga previous lessons, no, I placed the link here. Okay, so credit balance in customer's account, that's 200,000 pesos. So this is part of the liability. Kasi maaaring napapasobra yung remit nila. So kailangan isoli yan ng company. Okay, serial bonds in semi-annual installment. Okay, may nakaalala sa akin, no? Kailangan ko ng face mask. Actually, nandito lang naman ako sa bahay. No? Serial bonds in semi-annual installments of 500,000, that's 5 million. So yung serial bonds na yan is typically a long-term or a non-current liability, no? So kasama raw dito yung dalawang 500 kasi semi-annual, so 500 plus 500 na semi-annual, no? Kasama dito yung 1 million, no? Like I said, 500,000 times 2 since semi-annual, no? So this is part of the current liability. So lagay natin dito serial bonds. Okay, current portion of the serial bonds, current portion, no? Okay, which is 1 million pesos. Okay. So medyo ganyan natin ako konti. Yan, para gwapo. Okay, so this is 1 million. So kailangan na yan. Pakita na sa ibang angulo. Okay, so next naman is yung accrued interest on bonds payable. So lagay lang natin dito. Accrued since magjuju siya for this current, this year, no? Accrued interest, nag-accrue na siya. No? So meaning na, gano'n na siya. Nag-due na siya on bonds payable. No? So that would be 150,000. Now, bonds payable is typically classified as a non-current liability. Pero yung portion na magjuju sa bonds payable should be treated as a current liability. Okay, so 150,000, and then the next one is contested BIR assessment. Possible obligation, 300,000. Question: kailangan ba natin i-recognize yan as as part of the liability or current liability? No? Actually, if you want to check out yung video about yung sa contingent and yung sa provision liability, there's a link I placed here, no? Pag possible obligation, we do not recognize yung sa kung magkano man yung obligation na yun. So this is more like a disclosure, no? So hindi natin kasama siya sa current liability. Unearned rent income, this is 100,000. So lagay natin dito, unearned rent income. So this is also part of the liability. Parang parang deposits and advances yan. So this is 100,000. Okay, so that would be all yung so kung paki-compute nga, sige nga, unahan nga tayo. Kailangan ko yung so this one is Okay, so my mental telepathy, no? This is about 3,700,000. Okay. So this is all your current liability. Yan. Okay. So ganyan din ba yung sagot mo? So that would be yung i-report natin dun sa financial statement as a current liability. So 3.7 million. Dumako naman tayo ngayon sa number 2 na problem na isusolve natin. Pero bago ang lahat, I'd like to make a shout out sa BSA 2A. Kumusta na? Relax lang kayo dyan, chill lang kayo dyan. So solve din natin itong problem na to. Okay, so problem number 2 is about Mirage Company provided the following information on December 31, 2019. Yan, so these are, oops, ano nga ba yung sinabi ko? Kailangan tignan muna natin yung requirement, no, bago natin i-solve yung mga details na yan. No? So the requirement here is to compute the total current liabilities. Utal na ako. Compute the total current liabilities on December 31, 2019. So total current liabilities, kagaya nung kanina, no? So i-compute rin natin yung total current liabilities. So tatanggalin natin dito yung mga hindi current liabilities, no? Or yung mga non-current liabilities. O yung mga ibang accounts na hindi kasama, hindi classified as current liabilities. So here, number 1 is income tax withheld from employees. That's 900,000. So that would be part of your current liability. So this one is the solution. So lagay natin dito. So this one, so income tax, IT na lang ha, income tax withheld. Okay, from employees. Ito yung mga nire-remit sa BIR, no? So wini-withhold to sa employees, no? Kasi income tax to. Okay, para sa BIR. Okay, so this one is 900,000. The next one is cash balance at First State Bank. Now, is that a liability? No, that is actually a current asset. Kasi cash yan eh, cash balance na yan. Etong pangatlo, tignan natin. Cash overdraft at Harbor Bank. So, that could be a current liability kasi para bang nag-negative balance yung cash account nila doon sa Harbor Bank, no? So there's no such thing as negative balance. So that is it should be classified under current liability. So lagay natin dito cash overdraft dash Harbor Bank. Yan. Okay, so this is ano natin ganyan. This is about 1,300,000. And the next one is accounts receivable with credit balance. Okay, so summary natin yan. So AR with credit balance. Okay, so lagay natin ganyan. So this would be 750,000. 750,000. Yan. So kumbaga mas sumobra yung binayad nila kaya nagkaroon ng credit balance yung customers, no? So that would be ibabalik yun sa mga customers. So that is like the credit balance kasi normally yung AR is supposed to be ang normal balance ito is debit balance since assets is on the left side. And the next one is estimated expenses of meeting warranties on merchandise previously sold. Okay, so this is yung napag-usapan natin dun sa warranties, no? Okay, so these are warranties expense also. No? Estimated warranties, so that would be 500,000. So kasama siya dun sa current liabilities. Incidentally, if you want to check out that video sa warranties, there's also a link I placed somewhere in this video. Okay, and then ano pa ba? So dito na tayo. Unsatisfactory performance on a contract, that's 1.5 million. So unsatisfactory performance. Okay, on a contract. So, lagay natin siya dyan. So, okay, so let's bend this a little bit. Okay, so this would be 1,500,000 pesos. 1,500,000 pesos. So, ano pa? Accounts payable, no? So, accounts payable, this will be, kung napapansin mo, black yung pasulat ko ngayon kasi kanina blue, no? So, medyo natuyo. Kailangan pinagpapahinga mo kasi yung mga whiteboard marker. So, this would be 3 million. So, mamaya, ready na naman yung asul. And then, the next one is deferred serial bonds issued at par. Okay, so this could be a long-term bond or long-term payable or non-current payable. And bearing interest at 12%, payable in semi-annual installments of 500,000 due April 1 and October 1 of each year. The last bond to be paid is on October 1, 2025. So that's about that's long term, no? So over 5 years from now. So dito sa basing as far as the date of this financial statement. Okay, so ang kukunin lang natin dito is yung yung magjuju lang for 1 year, which is yung interest. So that would be yung incurred, no? Accrued interest. Okay? So accrued interest. Okay? So compute natin ngayon. Okay, kukunin ko yung calculator ko for this. So this would be 5 million. So lalagay na lang natin dito. So medyo i-bend natin ng konti. Yan. So this would be 5 million. 5 million, which is the face amount of the bond. Multiply this by 12% and 3/12. Bakit 3/12? Kasi from October 1 to December 31, that's 3 months. So October, November, and December. So 3 months over 12. So yung fraction lang. So 5 million times 12% times 3/12, that would be 150,000. Okay, so we can add all this. Just okay, check out your calculator. So magkano yan? So this would be okay, 900, 1.3, that's 750, 500 plus 1.5 plus 3 million plus 150,000, that would be 8,100,000. So this is your total current liability. Okay, so 8,100,000. So if you have any questions regarding this particular problem, you may shoot me a message dyan sa comment section. Okay, so we shall now proceed dito sa third problem dito sa presentation of liabilities, current and non-current. But before that, I'd like to make a shout out doon sa BSA B 2B. No, so stay safe guys and chill lang kayo dyan. No? So gagawin natin to. So may itong problem na to is medyo may pagka-komplikado ito kasi medyo mahaba. No? So it's a classification or reclassification to non-current liabilities. No? So merong mga merong mga categories yun. No? So well, before that, tignan muna natin yung requirement. Present the liabilities on December 31, 2020. Okay, and then yung requirement number 2 is describe any financial statement disclosures. So, tignan natin to problem. No? So, Intrepid Company is planning to refinance certain short-term obligations on a long-term basis. The 2020 financial statements are issued on March 15, 2021. So, it's important to note that meron dalawang dates yan, yung presentation date, which is ang calendar year, which is December 31, and yung issuance of financial statement, which is March 15, 2021. So, on December 31, 2020, before reclassification of short-term debts, liabilities are, okay, so accounts payable, this is 7 million. So, this is typically a current asset, current liability, kung wala naman sinasabi, no? And note payable, so this is also a current liability. However, this is a question mark siya kasi baka may portion doon na hindi kasama. Accrued expenses, this is also a current liability. So mortgage payable, this is a non-current liability. And this one, note payable, so kung mapapansin mo, ginagawa ko yung pansulat ko asul na, no? Kasi yung black na whiteboard marker, no, naging white na. Okay, naging whiteboard marker. So, naging anemic na. Okay, kasi napudpud na sa kakasulat. So, nagiging ano na. Imbis na makakasulat siya, nagiging parang pambura pa. So, ito, halimbawa ito, gagawin mo, nabubura pa siya lalo. Okay. Okay, so, mortgage payable, this is a non-current liability. Okay, and then notes payable due in 2022, that's 3 million. That is also a non-current liability. The entity intends to refinance 9 million of the 12 million bank note payable on a long-term basis. Long-term basis yan, long-term yan. Long-term, susulat natin. So, nagiging asul na yung pinasusulat natin para makita. Although the entire 12 million peso is due on June 30, 2021, the bank has informally agreed to extend the maturity. Now, tignan muna natin hanggang dito. Sabi dito, the entity intends to refinance it, the 9 million out of dun sa 12 million out of this one, on a long-term basis. Now, ano ba yung mga criteria para pumasok as a long-term basis? Pero originally, ano siya, current liability siya. So, these are the criteria para masabing which para nandun pa rin siya, classified pa rin siya as a current liability. So, a liability which is due to be settled within 12 months after the reporting period is classified as current, even if, letter A, the original term was for a greater longer than 12 months. So, kahit na kahit na beyond 12 months, kung if it's done after the reporting date, after December 31. And the next one is an agreement to refinance or to reschedule payment on a long-term basis is completed after the reporting period. So, take note, after. So, after lang ng December 31. No? And before the financial statements are authorized for issuance on which is on March 15, 2021. Okay, so therefore, this is still considered as a current liability. Okay, because it was after lang nung reporting date, but before the financial statements are issued. So although the entire 12 million is due on June 30, 2021, which is, well, actually, short term nga yan, no? Sure. The bank has informally agreed to extend the maturity date for 6 million to June 30, 2022 if necessary. So hindi masyadong it's not that kumbaga substantial para gawin siyang non-current, no? Okay, because that must be yung bang may unconditional na right yung entity or yung debtor to defer yung liability to non-current. On January 31, so in other words, current pa rin siya. On January 31, 2021, the entity issued share capital for 4 million net of issue cost and underwriting fees of 500,000. So that could be lang siya, yung bang a disclosure lang, no? Titignan natin kung meron siyang kinalaman dun sa liability, no? On February 15, 2021, the entity entered into financing agreement with a financially capable commercial bank permitting the company to borrow up to 3 million peso. So borrowings available at the entity's option on April 20, 2021 will mature 5 years after the loan date. Okay, so hindi pa nagko-consummate, no? The entity entered into a financing agreement with a financially capable commercial bank. So meron pa lang silang agreement, no? Okay, pero disclosure pa lang siya. The entity used the entire proceeds of the issue of the share capital to retire part of the current note payable and how intended to draw down the entire available commitment of the 5-year debt on April 1, 2021. Sus, napakahaba, no? Yung para na siyang nobela sa haba, no? So normally binibigay yan dati sa CPA board exams, no? Yung ba mahaba na ganun to test your ability to determine yung mga salient features like yung standards, no? How you understand yung principles, no? Now, eto simple lang ang approach dito, no? Yan. So tignan muna natin itong kukunin lang natin kung ano yung mga current. In fact, nakuha na nga natin. So this is under current liability. Okay, liability. Yan. So I hope you can see it. Yeah, so this one is accounts payable. This is requirement number 1, accounts payable. So that is 7 million pesos. Okay. So another one is notes payable. Okay, /bank. So katulad ng sabi natin kanina, this is still a current liability. And the next one, accrued expenses. Of course, that is that is 4 million. So this one is considered as 7 plus 12. Okay. And so 7 plus 12, that's 23 million. So this is your current liability. Paano naman dun sa non-current? Ito naman yung sa non-current. Okay? Non-current. I hope you can understand my yung sulat ko. Okay, so yung non-current, ito naman. So mortgage payable, nakalagay dyan. So lagay natin dito, mortgage payable. So this would be this would be 4 million. So lagay natin dito 4 million. Okay? And then yung notes payable due. Notes payable. Okay, so this one is due 2022. So this one is for 3 million. So kunin natin yung total nito. This would be your non-current liability. So, this would be 7 million. Okay, so ang total liability natin is, of course, dito na natin lagay, this is for 30 million. Yan. So, this one is total liability. So, ito yung mag-a-appear dun sa financial statement under liabilities. Now, yung number 2, describe any financial statement disclosure. So, i-describe lang natin yung sa 4 million na borrowings, no? Okay, so it says here, sabi dyan na yung disclosure na yan, the note payable to bank is paid from the proceeds of the issuance of share capital of 4 million on January 31, 2021 and the availment of a financing agreement on February 15, 2021 with financially capable commercial bank on April 1, 2021 in the amount of 3 million. So nevertheless, the note payable should continue to be classified as current. So the rest are just disclosures. So if you have any questions on this one, so you may comment below or to ask me, give me a PM or whatever. This Alfred Quinsay incidentally, and also if you want to follow me sa IG, no,
okay, so para
Instagram,
kompleto na, so
ituloy na rin natin hanggang sa dito sa problem 4, no, para ano tayo, comprehensive yung ating yung pag-aaral nito, no. So before that, I would like to make a shout out, no, kala nyo nakalimutan ko na kayo, sa BSA C, okay, 2C Chill. Okay, so Able Company had the following amounts of a long-term debt outstanding on December 31, 2020. Oh, bago yan. Tingnan muna natin pala yung requirement, yung tanong. What total amount should be reported as current liabilities on December 31, 2020? Okay, so current liabilities ang hinahanap. So, let's look at this information. So, on December 31, 2020, 14% term note due 2021. So ano yun? So this is less than 1 year. So this must be current liabilities. Okay? 11% note due 2023. So this is non-current. Okay, so because it's more than 1 year. 8% note due in 11 equal annual principal payments plus interest beginning December 31, 2021. Okay, so yung mag-due ngayon or yung dun sa ano, yung mag-due ng 2021, which is kung 11 equal payments yan, so this is divided by 11, so you will get 100,000. Okay? Yeah, 100,000 na kahit walang compute, no? Okay, kasi bago ko sinulat yan, binasa ko muna. Okay, so minemorize ko muna yung sagot. No. Actually, you can just deduce from this, no? So 1.1 divided by 11, so you get 100,000. Okay, so 7% guaranteed debentures due 2021. So medyo matagal yan. So this is yung mga long term na yan. Okay, so this is your current liabilities. And okay, so this one is yung 14% term note. Okay, so ano yan? Parang let me shorthand yung steno. So I hope you can still understand my handwriting. So 14% yan. Malinaw naman sa camera eh. And this one is 8% note. Okay, so yung mag-due ngayon, due 2021. So since mag-start siya ng yung mag-due ng 2021, that's about 100,000. Okay, so lahat na is non-current. So just add these two and you have the total current liabilities. So for this one is 130,000. So if you have any questions or any comments or any, kung gusto nyo rin magpa-shoutout, no? So i-comment nyo lang below, no? So and then stay safe. Of course, God bless. Keep your hands clean. See ya.